guys, my name is Ina, welcome to the channel. Today I'm gonna react to a TikTok compilation called The Most Insane Rich Person Behavior You've Ever Experienced. Let's get started.
What's the most insane actual rich person behavior that you've experienced?
Okay, so forever ago, I used to work as a cashier at Prada, okay? And so I was helping out two gentlemen one day, get to the point in the transaction where I'm like, for example, all right, your bill comes to $2,500.63. The one guy turns to the other and goes, hey bro, do you have any change on you? And the other guy's like, nah dude, I only have hundreds and fifties. And the original guy goes, no, not peasant bills, like change.
Peasant bills? Like change? Okay.
And then that's when I realized that for them, any bill under $50 is change. And then they refer to it as peasant bills. Blatantly in front of me, somebody who is working, living off of peasant bills.
Question. What's the most insane actual rich person behavior that you've experienced?
I was a server for a wedding where an old guy gave me $1,500 to give him wine. I was walking around refilling wine glasses and this old guy grabbed me by the arm and was like, hey, keep them coming. Slipped me a $100 bill. I assume this is like a salary thing where I'm going to kind of hover around him and he's just going to be having a good time. 5 minutes later, he flags me down. I come over, pour him some wine, another $100. Sir, thank you so much. I can't take this. So you're not going to be my guy? No, I'll be your guy. Just, you don't have, this is so appreciated. This is too much. Who the fuck turns down $100? Not me? Keep them coming then. Yes, sir, please don't hurt me.
Oh my
Concerned
god.
after $500 that this might be elderly abuse, I asked his wife what was going on.
Oh, this dude is actually so kind, but he was like worried if everything was okay with this man, like, because it's not normal behavior to give out hundreds of dollars as a tip, like all the time, every 5 minutes. And so he was very, very kind to go ask the wife. I would have done the same.
She just kind of laughed at me and went, oh, you're sweet.
What's the most insane actual rich person behavior that you've experienced?
So I needed a letter of recommendation from one of my professors, right? And his office was on the 6th floor. I was holding the elevator open for this one guy that came in. Went by the name of Thomas, right? Me and Thomas were having a good conversation about fucking hats. And he had an unopened brand new iPhone. I was like, that's a cool phone. He's like, yeah, no big deal. We get up to the 6th floor, right? Him, without even fucking flinching, not even changing conversation, unwraps the iPhone and throws it off of the 6th fucking floor.
Why?
I was so speechless. I just said, why, Thomas? And how? And why? How would you do that? Why? You know what I'm saying? And he went, don't worry, Jordan. I got 3 more. Nice to meet you. No, not what? Like, what if it hits someone? And who are you? Fucking Batman? And what college do we go to? Like, I don't trust you.
What's the most insane actual rich person behavior that you've experienced?
So I work in luxury travel, and let me tell you, I had a client once who was traveling from New York City to London, staying in a 5-star luxury hotel.
Of course.
But he could not sleep on any other mattress but his own. So I called the hotel. I told them we would be shipping a mattress and also pillows, blankets, sheets, towels, robes, and even a chair for the hotel to replace their own stuff at a 5-star hotel.
Like, sorry, I keep thinking, imagine if this guy was poor but like he still couldn't sleep on any mattress but his own. Like, would he still ship his mattress and everything to another continent? I don't think so. But like, what? Like, imagine if he was poor and he wasn't able to do that.
In a luxury room for a 3-day stay. And according to the hotel, this is not even an unusual request. And
it's not unusual?
What's the most insane actual rich person behavior that you've experienced?
Once I went to the movies with a friend, and he actually bought candy from the concession stand instead of just sneaking it in like a normal person.
What's the most insane actual rich person behavior that you've experienced?
I worked as a ranch hand in Colorado for this family out of Texas. Real nice folks, you know, real good to me.
I love the accent.
They fly in on their private jet, and we go pick them up and bring them to the ranch. And they bought some cutting horses from a place out of Dallas, Texas. And they already had 2 good horses that was there. They spent another $50,000 on 2 cutting horses. And they had us plucking rocks out of the road in the Rocky Mountains. In the Rocky Mountains, we was plucking rocks out of the road
rocks
the
out of
horse's
the
feet
road.
did not like the rocks. Now, I'm not going to say I didn't do it. 'Cause I was out there plucking away because they pay real good, son. But definitely the most rich person thing that I've ever done.
What's the most insane actual rich person behavior that you've experienced?
My sugar daddy bought me this house in cash and then ghosted. Excuse me, like her sugar daddy bought her a house in cash and ghosted her? Like, how much money do you have, sir, to do that?
Insane actual rich person behavior that you've experienced.
So when I was at university, I used to spend my summers working at a camp in New York. All of the kids that went to this camp came from really rich families, like super well off. Madison Beer actually went to this camp as well. There was one camper that I really got along with. We both really liked the band 5 Seconds of Summer, so we used to talk about them a lot. Then halfway through the summer, it's parents visiting day, and our dad comes over to me and he's like, if you take her to the Five Sauce concert after camp's over, I'll pay for your ticket. So obviously I was like,
how
yeah, I'll
kind.
take her. Fast forward a couple of weeks, camp's over, I'm staying in Manhattan, she's obviously at her house. The day of the concert, so I get a train up to where they live, a taxi from the station to their house. While I'm in the taxi, I'm driving through like the mansion. Turn up at her house and it's the biggest house I've ever seen in my entire life. Then we get a private chauffeur to the concert and back. The ticket that he bought me cost him hundreds of dollars. I got to go to sound check, got to ask them a question at sound check. The seats were incredible, and it's all because his daughter liked me. His daughter was lovely, the entire family were lovely. It was just super cool.
This is
What's the
actually a
most
very nice one.
insane actual rich
Like,
person?
they did it to
Throughout
make the daughter
university,
happy.
I worked as a server at an upscale casual restaurant. Last summer, I ended up serving this table who was clearly very, very wealthy for almost 5 hours. Over the course of their stay, between about 3 or 4 people, they had 19 shots of Don Julio 1942, which is $25 a shot at my restaurant. Don't at me for over-serving, they were totally fine and did have a designated driver and were mostly sober when they paid. Between the alcohol and their other food items, their bill ended up being over $800. When I went to go take payment, the guy who was paying said, "How much do you want as a tip?" To which I responded, "Oh, that's totally not up to me to decide. I'm happy with anything." And he goes, "Double the check." I was like, "What?"
Double
And he
the
goes,
check?
Yeah, double the check. And I go, "Okay, haha, very funny." So I give him the debit terminal without a tip on it. He pays, I leave, thank them profusely. I never check a bill before I leave a table, but when I went to the back to look at the bill, they had tipped me $800 on an $800 bill.
So I have
Wow,
a question.
very kind.
What's the most insane actual rich person behavior that you've experienced?
Okay, so I have a good one for this. When I was working as a cosmetologist, I was pregnant with my first child at the time. My ex-husband and I, we did not make very much money that year. It was maybe like 19 grand between the two of us. And this man who was a client of mine, he found out about where I was at financially and decided to tip me between like $200 and $400 every time he'd get a service. And then on my baby shower, he sent one of my coworkers to the store to buy every single one of the items on my registry list that hadn't been purchased for me yet. That man is the nicest man I've met in my entire life.
Honestly, like, I love hearing these stories because I think that there are two groups of wealthy people. The wealthy ones that just like don't care about their money, they spend it as if it was nothing on the most stupid, useless stuff. And then there's this other group of people that probably still spend money as if it was nothing, because like they have lots of it. But like they also use it for good actions, to actually help people, like this person here. That was so generous and so kind. I love hearing these type of stories.
I absolutely love all of the eating the rich TikToks happening right now, but I'm seeing a lot of middle class things being listed, so I have a question.
What's the most insane actual rich person behavior that you've experienced?
Because mine is when I heard the mom of this family say, "Oh, I absolutely hate vomit. When my kids threw up on their bed or on their mattress, I just threw out the mattress and bought a whole new one."
A whole new one?
What?
Like, that's not just expensive, but like unpractical. You also have to pay somebody to do that. Like, you have to wait for it to get delivered. Like, how would that be the solution? Like, even with all the money in the world. Like, what? that one was really interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of these type of videos. So if you want to see more reactions to TikTok compilations on this topic or any other topic really, just let me know and make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any. See you in the next one.